The role of trust is probably seen in two ways. And one of them is in the relationships among individuals. So we have the idea of people trusting each other as a fundamental for their ability to get behind or get beyond the free rider sorts of problems that keep them from making hard choices, and to really come to points at which they can cooperate in difficult situations. And we know from game theory and in other ways that, and also from ethnography, from actually observing people, that trust is an extremely important component of the ability of people to go beyond their self-interests, the narrowness of that can lead into prisoner's dilemma sort of problems, and actually come up with cooperative solutions. We know that. The second part of it is this notion of trust within property law and the idea of a trustee relationship of government to the citizens of some kind of entity, whether it be a small entity like a town, or it could be a large one like a nation state, or even beyond that, some kind of international regime. And it's this notion of, well, in the United States we call it the public trust, and I think it's called that in other places as well. But the notion, though, that the government has responsibilities, very, very real responsibilities to the people, and that has, in terms of managing the resources that, in a sense, belong to the people on their behalf. And there's some interest in using this in even more in law than it has been used, as a way to also build in the notion of intergenerational equity. So the government must act on behalf of citizens present and future, and so on. But if there's this relationship of trust, then the government is accountable to people for managing their resources, the public goods and other resources, and has called upon to try to use its powers to control, to constrain private actors who are somehow hurting the beneficiaries of the trust. There's a whole language there of beneficiary and so on and so forth that probably gets in the way of understanding. But anyway, there's a lot of interest in, I think, a lot of interesting potential for a stronger trust relationship between government and citizens.